Before you dismiss mystical experiences as fantasy or wishful thinking, breathe with me for 10 seconds. Feel the air enter, pause, and leave. In that quiet gap between breaths, countless seekers have reported something other. Joel Goldsmith was one of them. One ordinary evening, a presence broke the frame of his everyday thinking, and what followed reshaped not only his life, but the lives of people who learned to enter that same stillness. I'm not asking you to believe. I'm asking you to listen differently. Because if your idea of real is too small, you'll miss the door that's standing open in your own awareness right now. Joel wasn't chasing fireworks. He was exhausted with spiritual guessing games. In Takit, he stopped reaching outward and noticed an inner current calm, intelligent, intimate, not a voice with words, but a clarity that rearranged how he perceived everything. Go. Healing, identity, and the distance we imagine sits between them. It wasn't a trance, it was a reintroduction to what is always present and almost always ignored. Here's the radical core of that realization. Stated simply, what you are seeking is not separate from what you are, not a sky god to persuade, not a power to borrow. Presence as your very being appearing as awareness itself. From that shift, the how of transformation changed. Instead of straining to fix life from the outside, Joel learned to recognize life from the inside where harmony already is. Don't confuse this with positive thinking. Positive thinking paints over the wool. Recognition recognizes there is no wall. Let's ground this in practice with 4 living movements for doors you can try today. Door 1. Recognition. Before you act, pick up your phone. Send that text or panic about the day. Pause for 10 seconds. Whisper inwardly, I am not a separate person trying to reach the divine. I am awareness in which life appears. Feel how this flips the direction of effort. You're not pushing a boulder uphill. You're stepping back into what is already steady. Do nothing else for those 10 seconds. Let recognition do the lifting. Door 2. Seeing rightly. The senses report a storm, the email, the diagnosis, the bank balance, the argument. Seeing rightly isn't denial. It's refocusing to the deeper constant. Ask what remains present and undamaged underneath appearances. Wait not with clenched teeth, but with curiosity. Often a next step arises that is wiser, cleaner, and surprisingly simple. The storm may continue, but you're no longer made of lightning. Door 3. Impersonal love. You don't need to like a person to love the truth of them. When a difficult face appears in your mind, silently acknowledge, the same life that lives me lives you. That recognition unhooks your nervous system from the tug-of-war. You won't become naive. You'll become clear. Boundaries formed from love are stronger than defenses built from fear. Door 4. Sacred non-reaction. Non-reaction isn't passivity. It's choosing the steering wheel over the siren. When provoke, delay your reply by 1 breath. In that breath, relocate yourself. I will respond from presence, not from the trigger. Then answer. You'll feel the difference immediately. Fewer messes to clean up, more conversations that actually move something forward. Can this touch real-world problems? Yes, because it changes the place you're acting from. In health, recognition doesn't replace medical care. It upgrades the inner climate in which care operates. In an unhurried mind, pain signals and fear loops are less entangled. And wise. Chooses rest treatment. Boundaries become clearer. In work and money, seeing rightly punctures the panic that drives bad decisions. From presenzi, you notice overlooked options, cleaner negotiations, and timing that feels guided instead of forced. In relationships, impersonal love dissolves the invisible accusations we project. People sense they're being seen beyond the costume, and many conflicts soften without theatrics. In daily friction, sacred non-reaction protects your energy budget. You spend fewer hours repairing what a 2-second pause would have prevented. But what if I try and nothing happens? Good. That means you've noticed your habit of trying to make presence perform. Presence isn't a vending machine. It is what you already are. When the mind demands fireworks, offer it consistency instead. Tiny practice, many times. 10 scanned recognitions across a day beat 10 anxious minutes once a week. Journal the subtle. A softened tone of voice, an unexpected ease, a problem that strangely resolves. Collect these breadcrumbs. You're training your attention to notice reality's quieter language. Expect setbacks. Well, add team. Everyone does. When you slip into old reactions, gently return. No drama. Returning is the path. Here's a direct exercise, the 10-second shifts. Close your eyes if you can. Feel the fact of being aware. Don't search for a special feeling. Just notice awareness, noticing effortless, borderless. Let the next breath rise and fall. That noticing. Whisper, I am not outside the divine looking in. I am the field in which this moment appears open. Your eyes, did the room change? Maybe not. Did you change? Watch how your next action carries less friction. As this recognition stabilizes, service becomes natural. You stop asking, how can I get? And start asking, what wants to give through me? That's the pivot. Joel modeled not superpowers, but availability. An available heart, an available mind, an available life. The miracle isn't the thunderclap. It is the steady rediscovery that you are not limited to the thoughts you rethinking or the roles you replaying. You are the space in which they appear and dissolve. So practice this today. 3 mini pauses: morning, midday, night, 10 seconds each. Recognition, seeing rightly, impersonal love, non-reaction. Then notice what shifts. A word you don't say, attention you don't carry, a possibility you suddenly see. If something in you softened or brightened while listening, don't let it fade into the next notification. Like this video so others can find it. Subscribe for more practical, mystical guidance grounded in Joel Goldsmith's wisdom. Turn on the bell so you won't miss what's next. And if you're ready to make this real, comment. I am present, balo not. As a slogan, but as a decision about how you will meet your life starting now.